Okay, it feels really weird to say this, but I'm not saying I wanna. Hello, Ignite leaders. I wanna first stop and just say thank you. I don't ever want us to forget our why is that we are changing what eternity looks like. By telling these kids about Jesus, we are inviting them to eternity. And so please never, ever, ever think that what you're doing is just showing up on a Wednesday night and we are not babysitting. We are changing and we are impacting eternity. So I want to give you guys just a quick overview and what it's going to look like for each Wednesday. So when you come in our main kids doors, you're going to stop at one of our stations and you're going to sign in under Ignite leaders. Then come on in our kids area. This first week, we're going to have in our resource room, you're going to have some leader guides here for you. So make sure you pick up your leader guide in the resource room. If you are kinder, first, and second, you're going to stay in our kids area. If you are third through sixth leader, you're going to go to the fellowship hall. So this is our kinder, first, and second area where Miss Page is going to lead those kids. And after their time in here, then you're going to break into your small groups. This is going to be our kinder room, room 121. And we're going to put first and second grade together in 123. I'm going to show you what our fellowship hall looks like. Now, every evening, during Ignite, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to welcome these kids in and we're going to play some kind of a fun game. So the kinder, first, and second are going to play their game right back there in that same area. Third through sixth grade, we're going to ask them to all come to the fellowship hall and they're going to stay in the fellowship hall all night long. We've rearranged it so that it's going to be great for them. So welcome to the fellowship hall, where this is where the third through sixth graders are going to be. So we have a great place right here, a big open space where they're going to play their games first. And then they're going to go into this corner over here and grab a chair, which they have the ability to grab a chair. And then right here is where Miss Jessica Walker is going to lead their lesson. After lesson time, they're going to break into small groups. And we have 4 classrooms set up. So in this far corner over here is going to be third grade. Then we're going to have fourth grade, fifth grade, and then sixth grade. So we're just going to go into the sixth grade class and you're going to get to see a little bit of what it looks like. So in our sixth grade small group class, we have a table, we've got some chairs set up, and then we have an attendance chart. This is not a verse chart. This is an attendance chart. And let me tell you what every kid, this attendance chart is all about. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'm going to have all the kids' names up here that came last week. And we're going to put a star that they came. Here's the challenge. It's kind of a secret challenge because we don't want them to know that basically everybody is a winner in this. But what we want to see is these are the kids we've started out with. Now, how has your group grown? That's what we want to see. We want to see how does your sixth grade group, your fifth grade group, fourth grade, third, how has each group grown this fall semester? So once you get into your small group, let me just show you a little bit about what is in your guidebook, okay? So in your small group leader guidebook, I've got several things for you and hopefully it's helpful information. So the first thing that's going to be in this, and I'm going to email a lot of this to you today just so that you've got it and you can kind of see it before tomorrow. And I apologize, I haven't had this to you earlier. So the first thing you're going to see in there is our fall calendar. This is what we are going to cover during the fall and what the whole fall looks like. You're going to see on here the lesson, you're going to get to see the main idea, you're going to get to see what is the big theological thing we're talking about, and is there a verse that is really covered. And so we're going to be doing some series, but we're also going to have just some one-off nights. What's really cool is with the series, like through the whole month of September, we're going to be doing one Bible verse. During October, we're going to do one Bible verse. During November, there's one key Bible verse. So this right here is going to tell you the big picture overview for the fall. This next thing is going to show you where all of our leaders are. This is where we have you tentatively as of today and tomorrow. If we see a need to switch some people around, y'all just hang with me and be flexible, okay? But this is where all of you leaders are going to be assigned. This is also in there to remind you of the nightly schedule. We open the doors at 6 o'clock, game begins at 6:15, then we have lesson time, and then your small group time. So here's what your small group time really looks like, and this is what I want to encourage you with for the next couple minutes. We're going to give you just a few minutes to transition into that time where you're going to get the kids into their room. First thing, you're going to have about 5 minutes because the goal is eventually about a 1-to-5 ratio. I hope this semester we have to split some of these rooms because we have so many kids in it. We want one leader to about 5 kids. And we want you to ask, and kids have to keep it to about a minute, what is their high, low, and buffalo? And you're asking me, what in the world does that mean? Well, it's easy. What's their high for the week? You know what? I had a great week at school. What's my low? I got in trouble with my mom, and I'm in big trouble, and I'm actually grounded. Okay, what is buffalo? I got a new puppy. It's just some random thing they want to tell you. So you're going to let every kid tell their high, low, and buffalo, and then you share as well. Because you know what? This time during small group, it's all about building relationship. It's a relationship with you. It's a relationship with each other, and especially a relationship with God. So the next few minutes you're going to spend doing some lesson questions. And I have several things in your packet that are going to help you. First, here are some general questions that are going to help lead you and guide you during your small group time. This is to make them stop and think about what was the lesson about? What did I learn? Was there a main idea of the night? Like our first night, we're going to be talking about prayer. Ask them some probing questions. It's not all about us doing the talking, but ask questions to make them think. So you're going to have about 10 or 15 minutes to actually ask some questions. Now, in your packet, I have not only included this as just some general questions, but I've also put in there in your packet, you're going to see one for each lesson. And in that lesson, you're going to see just some questions. You're going to actually see there's actually some activity. So if you're like, oh my goodness, we have run, like we've got so much extra time, like these kids aren't talking, like this is going to give you some extra ideas. Kinder first and second, I'm also going to put in their room a coloring page because sometimes you're not going to get a lot of discussion with a 5-year-old, but we do expect with 6th graders, we should be having a lot of discussion. So once you have your lesson questions, this is when we're going to go into some prayer request time. Kinder first and second, you guys, we want to have them actually put their prayer request on something where they can actually see it. So there's going to be a tree in their room and they're going to have some apples and they're going to put their prayer request, whether they draw it or write it, on those apples, and we're going to put that on the tree for the next month. Now, for 3rd through 6th graders, that may not be something that they want posted everywhere, but I'm going to have a book for you, and I encourage you to write down those prayer requests in the book. Now, the next part is super, super important, and I do not ever want this to be overlooked. So we're going to ask for prayer requests, and maybe some kids don't have something, and that's okay. But we want everybody to try to pray. This is extremely important because when they stop and learn to vocalize praying to God, it changes things. So we're going to do popcorn praying. And that's where we ask every kid, even if it's just a one sentence. God, thank you for tonight. God, thank you for my friends. God, thank you for my meal tonight. I want one sentence from every person. Or even if they just start by saying, thank you, God. That's okay. And then after that, after you've had popcorn praying, we want to dismiss to our main kids area. And at that point, I'm going to play some fun games with them while we get some of you leaders to help dismiss kids. We'll have a dismissal page every single week that's going to help parents know what their kids learned that night. But we're going to play some fun games at the very end where it's some trivia about maybe the story that they've learned that night, or maybe it's just some random trivia. But it's going to be a really great fun night. Remember, this is all about getting these kids fired up about God. We want to take God's word and illuminate it. And most importantly, we want them to have that fire, that passion. We want to see the light of Jesus inside of them as they leave this place so they can bring that light of Jesus outside of these walls. We want to encourage them to invite their friends, and we want to encourage you to be reaching out to these kids because you know what? It's all about relationship. I want to thank you again so much for what we're doing. We know that this is a new process. It's a new thing, and it's going to take a little bit of time for us to figure all of the quirks out. But I'm so grateful you're along this journey with us. I cannot wait to see all of you guys tomorrow night. Y'all have a blessed evening. Bye.